Goodbye, old air purifier. Hello, Virus Fit. Remove more than just dust and haze. And eliminate airborne viruses with All Clean.
Goodbye, virus. Hello, Magic. SK Magic.
Good evening and welcome to KiniNews. Here are today's top stories. Physical campaigning is banned in Malacca, so why is Najib outside allegedly signing autographs? Well, his supporters would say, Malu apa bossku?
Former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak is on the radar of Health Minister Khairy Jamaluddin. This is after Najib is alleged to have repeatedly violated COVID-19 standard operating procedures in Malacca.
Yang Mohd, terima kasih atas perkara yang dibangkitkan. Sudah pasti Ahli Yang Mohd Pekan ada dalam perhatian saya sentiasa setiap hari dan saya akan maklumkan kepada pihak kuasa.
Saya akan hantarkan video rakaman itu kepada Ibu Menteri, minta tindakan diambil, compound maksimal 50,000 diberikan kepada Ibu Pekan. Terima kasih.
Ya, malu apa bosku.
Khairy said this in response to Jelutong MP RSN Rayer. The DAP lawmaker had brought up a video today in which Najib appears to be allegedly autographing a motorcycle while campaigning in the Malacca election. Rayer pointed out that this was not the first time Najib has been caught on camera violating SOPs during the campaign.
Najib may be on Khairy's radar, but the former PM has someone else on his. This is over allegations that the Barisan Nasional government spent money meant for fishermen over in Malacca.
33 million ringgit in compensation was supposed to be channeled to fishermen in Malacca as compensation for reclamation works that had impacted their livelihoods. However, according to Malacca Pakatan Harapan Chief Atli Zahari, they never received the money. He said this was because the BN state government had spent the money prior to the 2018 general election.
Sepatutnya wang itu diasingkan sebagai dana khas nelayan dan sepatutnya dia dipulangkan balik kepada nelayan. Sebab itu bila kita mengambil alih kerajaan, kita tahu angka itu 33 juta, tapi dia hanya angka atas kertas tapi telah digunakan.
This was in relation to reclamation works for the Tanjung Bruas port expansion. Atli said the BN government had used the funds to pay the salaries of civil servants and run government events due to budgetary shortfalls. He said under his leadership, the Harapan government sought to raise the money to cover the exhausted fund and have distributed some 8 million ringgit to the fisher folk. However, the Harapan state government collapsed in March 2020 due to defections. Responding to the allegations, former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak fired back at Atli. Najib said Atli would do better directing queries to Harapan's Asahan candidate Idris Harun. This is because Idris was the chief minister for the BN-led Malacca government from 2013 to 2018.
One Pakatan Nasional leader is sick of his coalition being called the Party of Frogs. In fact, he says every other coalition, including Pakatan Harapan, has accepted defectors, so it shouldn't be made an issue.
Malacca Pakatan Nasional Chief Muhammad Rafiq Naiza Muhyiddin said that all political parties in Malacca and the country have received political frogs. He said PN is often labelled a party of frogs, but all other coalitions have practiced the same. Rafiq added that it shouldn't be an issue because freedom of association is guaranteed by the Federal Constitution. He said Harapan, which often criticises PN, has also accepted defectors.
Saya ambil contoh Pakatan Harapan. Kononnya Pakatan Harapan ni memperjuangkan integriti dan tak nak menerima lompat selama ni menggunakan slogan kata kepada Perikatan Nasional atau parti lain. Tetapi hari ini ternyata ada dua adun daripada Barisan Nasional telah diterima untuk bertanding atas tiket Pakatan Harapan. Satu di Asahan, satu Pantai Kundo. Jadi saya nak tanya, adakah Pakatan Harapan sedar apa yang mereka buat?
Harapan fielded former UMNO leaders Idris Harun and Nur Asman Hassan as its candidates for Asahan and Pantai Kundo respectively. PKR President Anuar Ibrahim had maintained that the two are not traitors as they were trying to help restore the Harapan government.
Yesterday, Asmin said he felt bad at how Jini Lim was being treated by PKR. However, she remains committed to Harapan.
PKR's Jini Lim today hit out at her ex-boss Asmin Ali, who yesterday expressed his sympathy to Lim for being dropped from contesting in the Malacca state election. In a Facebook post this morning, the incumbent Machap Jaya assembly person dismissed the former PKR deputy president's suggestion that she was a victim in PKR. She said, although she was not picked to contest in the state election, she remains committed to the Pakatan Harapan agenda under the leadership of PKR's president Anuar Ibrahim. During an event in Malacca yesterday, Asmin said he was saddened by PKR's decision to drop Lim and urged her to continue fighting. He claimed that Lim was a victim who was sidelined for being seen as aligned to him. Lim regarded Asmin's remarks as an attempt to divert attention from real issues involving the people and that Pakatan Nasional has run out of political issues.
We'll take a quick break, and when we're back, the clash between Pakatan Nasional and Barisan Nasional in Malacca raises questions about the message of unity pushed by the Prime Minister. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Shellfish, red meat, and beer. If you love indulging in these foods, you may end up with high uric acid level in your blood. These foods consist high level of purine, a substance that will eventually break down into uric acid and be excreted through our urine. It is recommended that the amount of dietary purines should be kept between 600 to 1000 milligrams per day. Having too much uric acid in your blood can cause attacks of gout. It can also cause kidney stones and blockage in the kidney. The crystallization of the excessive uric acid in your blood can be eased by reducing purine-rich food to only 100 to 150 milligrams daily, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and consuming urinary alkalinizer like Ural. It consists of sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, and sodium citrate that increases the urinary pH and solubility of uric acid to prevent crystallization. Best of all, it's lemon-flavored and sugar-free. Ural, effective urinary alkalinizer. Neutralize your uric acid problem now.
Welcome back. How can two coalitions speak about unity when they're tearing each other apart in the Malacca election campaign? Well, according to Anwar, this casts a shadow over political stability.
Anwar Ibrahim said rival coalitions, BN and PN, cannot be expected to bring about political stability in Malacca when they are at war with each other. Speaking at a virtual ceramah last night, Anwar said voters should consider the scenario if either BN or PN wins. BN and PN are part of the federal government but are contesting against each other in Malacca. Anwar added that in Malacca, a key issue is political stability. He said the people of Malacca will need to choose a leadership that has clear policies and can ensure stability. According to him, Harapan can form a stable government.
Meanwhile, Anwar has also expressed shock that the police would issue a wanted poster for a whistleblower but not for Joe Low.
Opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim is disturbed by the recent wanted poster issued against 1MDB whistleblower and Sarawak Report editor Claire Rewcastle-Brown. He called the move by the police an unnecessary public display that reeks of abusive political influence. He added that it was another dark mark on the country's record regarding press freedom and respect for freedom of speech. Anwar said the campaign against her is made more troubling by the fact that some of the actions are not being taken against other known criminals, such as Joe Low. Police previously made a public appeal for information after an arrest warrant was issued against Rewcastle-Brown. She was charged in absentia for allegedly defaming the Sultanah of Terengganu in a book, The Sarawak Report, The Inside Story of 1MDB. The arrest warrant was issued for her failure to appear in court for the criminal defamation suit. The infamous 1MDB scandal whistleblower is currently residing in the UK.
With most Malaysians having completed their vaccination, now it is time for a booster shot. Registrations will open next week.
Private healthcare facilities will open registrations for people who want to be on a waiting list to receive booster shots sooner, starting Monday next week. This is according to a statement made by the COVID-19 Immunisation Task Force. The waiting list works in the event there is a no-show to a vaccine appointment at the facility. Healthcare workers at the facility will then contact successful registrants to come and receive the vaccine instead. The matter was decided at a meeting chaired by Health Minister Khairy Jamaluddin yesterday. Those who can register to be on the waiting list are individuals eligible for booster shots, individuals who wish to get their injections earlier before their appointment is due, individuals who have yet to receive the first or second COVID-19 vaccine doses, individuals who have missed a previous vaccine appointment, and individuals between age 12 to 17 who have yet to complete their vaccination. However, those encouraged to get a booster shots are frontliners in health, security and defense sectors, individuals aged 40 years and above, individuals aged 18 years and above with commodities, workers and residents and long-term care facilities, pregnant women, and people who require the shot for overseas travel. The booster shots are to be administered 3 to 6 months after an individual has completed their vaccination depending on the vaccine received. A list of the participating healthcare facilities will be available on Protect Health Corporation's website.
The Penang government's plans for the Penang Hill train service has the Consumers Association of Penang on high alert.
Penang Chief Minister Chow Kan Yeow said the state government will consider shutting down the Penang Hill train service if it continues to break down. However, his suggestion has not been well received. Consumers Association of Penang President Mohidin Abdul Qadir reacted with shock and dismay. While Chow stressed the importance of passenger safety, the CAP said in a statement today that it hopes that the shutdown will not be a permanent one. It said the iconic Penang Hill Railway was opened in 1923 with work beginning in 1920. Mohidin said Penang lost its iconic ferry in December last year and questioned whether the state will lose another icon that has been operating for nearly 100 years. He questioned if this announcement was made to favour the cable car project proposed by the state government. However, he explained the CAP is not against shutting down the Penang Hill Railway for repairs or servicing, as the safety of the train is most important. CAP also reminded Chow of the uproar that followed the decommissioning of the Penang ferries and said that he could expect a similar reaction.
That's a wrap for Kini News this evening. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook to get the latest news headlines. If you would like to support the independent media, please do consider a subscription to MalaysiaKini.com. When you're heading out, don't forget your mask, and when you can, please do try to stay home. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe, Malaysia.
As the ministry responsible for driving our country forward through science, technology and innovation, the recognition of this award to companies, agencies and individuals who bring positive socio-economic impact to society is timely, as it can serve as the motivator for the industry, community and others to always be mindful of innovation, despite the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. This effort also complements the national development agenda based on the spirit of keluarga Malaysia. Akhir kata, kepada para pemenang, remember this: you have knowledge, and when you practice knowledge, you will get skills. When you practice skill, you will get habits, and when you practice habits, you will get attitudes, and you practice attitude, you will get the right culture.